Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new day. It is Saturday morning and it is a snowy morning. So as you can see behind me, it is snowing. I've got a couple of the decorations showing in the video. So yeah, it's a beautiful Saturday morning. And we are actually in a winter weather advisory. It's supposed to snow all day long, and we're predicted to have 6 to 10 inches of snow. So we'll see if that happens, but it is accumulating quite fast. So right now it's about 10 o'clock in the morning and it started snowing probably about 3 hours ago. So yeah, I put up the bird feeder or the bird cam. So I'm hoping to get some good snowy bird cam video today, and yeah, I think that would be awesome to have a snowy bird cam video. So I'll show you the bird cam put up, and then I'm gonna head in the house. We'll probably eat something, probably some turkey sandwiches for lunch, and yeah, so yeah, just beautiful out here. All right, so I'm gonna turn the camera around and I'll show you the bird feeder. All right, everyone, so I put some peanuts in there, and there's some sunflower seeds under that. So I've got the bird cam there, and I've got it connected to the pole here. I put my power pack. I always put it in a cloth bag to hang it up, and then because it's snowing, I put it in a plastic bag to minimize the snow getting in the power pack. The camera will be okay. It's waterproof, so that'll be okay. Yeah, so hoping for some great bird action on a snowy day and the bird feeder. So yeah, my bird feeder pole is leaning quite a bit. I don't think you could tell. Well, now you probably can. But it's leaning quite a bit because we had a few mild days where it rained and just made the ground soft enough for the bird pole to lean over again. And then it froze, so now I can't adjust it. But I'm going to do some other stuff, but for now we'll just go with this, and hopefully we get some good video today. Alright, so I'm going to head in the house and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright everyone, so it is Saturday evening and I'm making supper. So the last you heard from me was this morning when I was putting out the bird cam, and I brought it back in. It snowed all day. So what happened was when I put the bird cam out and I came back in and I did a little bit in the kitchen, but then I got lunch ready, and we had some, Glenn had turkey and gravy and I had turkey sandwich. So after that, I've been so tired since Thanksgiving Day because I went to sleep really late, and like early morning hours late, and then I got up Thanksgiving morning and started getting stuff ready for, you know, our meal on Thanksgiving. So I stayed up all day and I was so tired by Thanksgiving night I couldn't even move anymore. So now it's 2 days after Thanksgiving. So yesterday, it was just kind of a, you know, lounge around day. And we had turkey sandwiches for lunch, a turkey dinner again, as in a Thanksgiving dinner. We had our leftovers. And so what we did, now we mentioned that Grumpy Old Men, to watch that movie on Thanksgiving night, is a tradition, and I'm just talking to you while I'm sauteing our peppers and onions because we're having fajitas. I don't know if I mentioned that, but anyway, in order for both of us to stay awake and watch Grumpy Old Men on Thanksgiving night, so I ate in the bedroom with Glenn. He has a table in there and we set up our meals in there and our drinks. And I have a decent sized tablet. I have like a 12 or 13 inch tablet, and I hooked up a Bluetooth speaker to it and I brought it in the room, and we watched Grumpy Old Men while we ate our Thanksgiving meal. So So for the first time in how many years, Glenn watched it. Now, we weren't done watching it, but we were done eating. So we were both sitting there super tired, sleepy, and neither one of us could stay awake. So Glenn had a good idea to stop watching, just leave off where we are now, and then when we have our leftover meal, which would have been last night, we could finish watching it. So that's what we did. So we watched Grumpy Old Men together, and for the first time Glenn actually got to watch it, and we just did it over a span of 2 nights. So it worked out really well. We had our supper together in the room, and so yeah, it was a really nice Thanksgiving meal. We said our thanks, as we do every year, but we give thanks every day. Every day is a reason to be thankful for. But on Thanksgiving, we say what we're thankful for. So you do it. I'm sure you do it. But every day is a day to be thankful for. So we had a wonderful meal, and we ate our pumpkin pie. So everything turned out well. It was a good Thanksgiving, and now it's 2 days later, and we're having fajitas. We had picked up, we had it in the freezer, a bag of pre-made steak strips for steak fajitas, and so we thought we'd just have that. Now, I always like to have cut up bell peppers in the freezer already, so anytime I buy bell peppers, I cut them up in strips and I freeze them. That way they're already ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this down. I want the peppers and onions to get soft. And yeah, I'm just going to turn that down and cover it up so they can saute and get soft. All right, everyone, so I also made a batch of chocolate chip cookies, and I actually made these homemade chocolate chip cookies about a month ago, and I used the full recipes even though we don't eat all those cookies at once. So what I do is cook half of it or bake half of the cookies, and then the rest of the dough I just put in the freezer for another time. So today's the other time. So I took out the dough from the freezer, and I made a batch of chocolate chip cookies from my already made cookie dough. So now this is where I'm asking for your help. When I make chocolate chip cookies, they come out flat. I mean, look at how flat those are. I mean, they're good. They have a good taste. They're nice and soft and chewy. But why don't they puff up? Like, when they come out of the oven, they're puffed up, but then they flatten out. So what recipe do I use, or what do I put in my cookie dough to make them stay puffed up when they're getting colder or becoming room temperature? So if you can help me out with that, drop it down in the comments. Like, these are a little more puffy, but still flat. I made these smaller. But yeah, help me out with that. Drop it down in the comments. What do I need to put in there to keep them puffy? Like, not super puffy, but a little more puffy than that. So, I mean, they taste good. There's plenty of chocolate chips in there. They're soft, chewy. I just wish they were a little more puffy. So yeah, drop it down in the comments if you can help me out with that. What do I need to put in there? I don't know if it needs cream of tartar. I don't know if that helps, or I don't know. So, and I suppose I can just YouTube or Google it, but if I can get help from my community on this, please help me. But anyway, they're good. I'm just going to cover them up. I haven't showed you this in a long time. This is where I have my clear wrap in. This was actually gifted to me I don't know if it's been a couple years, but it's like the Pioneer Woman. It is the Pioneer Woman, and anytime I get clear wrap, I use it in the original package until it's small enough to fit in here. So I love this thing. So I'm just gonna wrap these up. So anyway, I didn't tell you about the what happened with the bird feeder cam. So I put it out, and I was in the kitchen throughout the day, and I could see that I was getting snowbirds, the dark-eyed juncos, and that made me really happy. And it was snowing, so it was a nice snowy bird cam video. And I hate when it crumbles up in the sides. That's okay, I'm just going to do one crossover. But along the way, a squirrel got in there. And now, after we ate lunch today, see, my stories are like all over the place. I go from one part to another, but that's okay. That's just the way I talk. So after we ate lunch today, I was extremely tired still, and we figured it was just going to be one of those lazy days. I put up some Christmas decorations last night, but you won't get to see that until Vlogmas starts. So yes, I am doing Vlogmas, and you won't get to see any Christmas until then. Alright, so we ate lunch, and then I was really feeling tired, and we figured it's going to be a lazy day. But it was snowing, and after lunch we both fell asleep, and I didn't wake up till like 4 o'clock, just before 4 o'clock. And I knew my bird cam, it was time to bring it in, so I took Gypsy out, and I looked out the window before I went out, and I saw my bird cam was hanging upside down, and the power pack was knocked off the place where it hangs from, and yeah, so and my guess was the squirrel knocked it off when he was in the feeder. So I went out there and I grabbed it. So it ended up not taking the whole 5.5 hours of video. The recorder shut off when it got knocked over, and some buttons were pushed. So I quick threw it in my tablet, the SD card, to see what I got. I did get some snowbird action, so it's very little footage that I got, so I'll just put it at the end of this video. But I'm happy I got some snow activity, and so yeah, I'll just put it at the end of this video so you can see what I got on the bird cam today. Alright, so that's that, sauteing the stuff, and oh, let me show you the fajita stuff. So we got this from Walmart, and we had it in the freezer, so we figured, well, why don't we just use that today? Because we actually only had like a 10-pound turkey, and we had several turkey sandwiches already, 2 full meals, some turkey and gravy. So we've just about expired our entire turkey. So tonight, I knew we had this in the freezer, and I was just like, I don't really know or feel like making anything else, so this was the winner. This is fully cooked fajita steak strips. So I don't have to do anything but put them in the pan with the peppers and onions and warm them up and just put them on tortillas. So that's what we're having tonight. Alright, and yeah, I think I'm going to watch a Christmas movie tonight. I don't know if I'm going to watch either The Christmas Card, which used to be a Hallmark movie, but that is probably my favorite Christmas movie, is The Christmas Card, and or I'll watch Home Alone or Jingle All the Way with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So one of those is going to get watched tonight. All right, and yeah, so I'll be back when we're ready to plate our fajitas. Alright everyone, so here are my steak fajita tacos. I'm just using some yellow corn tortillas, and just tasting that, I just took like a couple chunks while I was heating it up. Probably not something we'd get again. I guess if we want steak fajitas, we'll just buy a cut of steak and make them ourselves. So yeah, not too much taste to it for a already fajita seasoned product, and the steak is kind of tough, and so yeah, it's probably not something we'd get again. So I guess you don't know until you try, and we tried it, but we're going to eat it, obviously. And a very simple supper tonight and some cookies later. I decided to watch the Christmas card. And yeah, I'm super tired still. So stay tuned for the bird cam video after the outro. So if you'd like to watch that, stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. By the time you watch this video, I think it's going to be Vlogmas Day 1. So I hope you enjoyed the first video of the Vlogmas series. And I appreciate all the support you continue to give my channel. And with that, remember to live life, be good to yourself, and be good to others. Until next time. Hey everyone, so it's like 11 o'clock at night, 10:30 or 11. I just took Gypsy out and then I brought her back in the house, and then I grabbed my camera to come outside and record some of this snowstorm. It is actually beautiful out here. It's gorgeous. Everything is snow covered. Yes, earlier when we were out, I actually shoveled the driveway, the sidewalk, and in front of the garage. And when I shoveled then, there was like a couple inches. Now it's been snowing all night, and there's at least 4 to 6 inches in the places that I shoveled already. So yeah, we're definitely going to get what they called for. But here in the grass, it's deep. Gypsy was hopping in and out of the snow. She had a blast earlier while I was shoveling. When I was shoveling over here by the garage, I was like throwing it up in the air over her, and she was like jumping up, catching it, and barking at the snow. It was funny. But yeah, I just came out to get some video because I want to show Glenn as well, so he could see how much snow is out here. So I'm going to turn the camera around, then we're going to take a walk in the backyard. It is still snowing, and it's supposed to snow all night long. So let's take a look at this beauty. So you could see over here when I walked out, the snow actually over here, the snow actually blocked the door, so I had to push it open. But all this was shoveled before, and now there's probably another 4 to 6 inches on top of that. So yeah, you can see our footprints, how deep they are right here. And against the house, you can see how much snow cover there is. I did take the flag down because it was windy earlier, and I didn't want it blowing on the ground. But here's the front yard. Here's that big rock in the corner. Look how much snow is on there. Look at how much snow is on the truck. Look at the trees, how beautiful they look. I put some lights on here. There's snow on the edge of the window right there, covering the bottom part. But it is absolutely beautiful out here. It's a very quiet street. Somebody down the road over there is shoveling. I had this all shoveled clear earlier. Now it's all full again. Alright. You can see the trees there, how beautiful that is. It's going to look really nice in the morning. Right now it's like 33 degrees, but the real feel is 23. And I apologize for any shaking on the phone. This is just a cheap phone. It doesn't have image stabilization. Take a look at the bird feeder, see how much snow is on there. It is so light outside from the fresh snow that I don't even need a flashlight. Look at the bird feeder. Should knock some of that off. That way the birds can eat. Oh, I'm sure it's hard for you to see now. Let me wipe the lens. I don't think I've ever come out here at nighttime after a snowfall. Everything is just covered in snow. I don't know if you can make it out that well in the camera, but trust me, everything is covered. All the trees are covered, all the bare branches. We'll come back out tomorrow and take a look at the beauty. Okay, I'm not going to walk far into the backyard. I'm going to get back in the house. Wow, this is so majestic. So beautiful. Alright, let's go back in the house. You could see under here is our deck somewhere. And it is totally full. Alright everyone, so I'm going to head inside the house now, and I will see you guys in the morning.